Got enough stuff on the go. Good morning. It's actually afternoon now, but I am finally gonna vlog again. Oh my god, it's been like at least 2 weeks, and I apologize, but we've had a lot going on. There's a lot that happened. A lot of bad, some good stuff too, some good changes coming, a few good things, but there was a lot that happened. Like the miscarriage, and then it kind of happened again. Like I thought it was done, thought I did it all, and then yeah, I had to go through it again. And I actually got a DNC done. This time I opted out of it the first time. Apparently I shouldn't have. But yeah, it was bad. Rushed into the hospital and then spent the whole day there because I thought I had started my period. Oh, thank you. An old cold grilled cheese. Thanks. Glare is really bad. I thought it was done. I thought I was having just a really, it's gonna get personal here. I thought I was having a really heavy period. I thought like the first period after miscarriage was gonna be bad anyways. And it had been about probably 3 weeks since I, initially had it. So I thought, well, maybe my period's starting now. And it's just really heavy. And then, like, it had really bad cramps one day, and I was taking Midol for it, and it was working. Yeah, orange. But I had to keep taking it when it wore off because it was really bad. And then I ran out, and the next day I had really bad pains again. And these were like unbearable, like excruciating pain. And I never went through labor with Leah. I had planned C-section, so I did not even have a clue what labor was like, but pretty sure these were labor pains. It was so terrible. That's white. Yeah, that's white. She's got her blocks. Showing me all the colors that she's got. Yeah, it was really bad, and I had to go get a drive into the hospital. Thankfully my neighbor was home. And I called and yeah, dropped Leah off with his wife, and he drove me to the hospital. And oh my god, it was bad. Like, this is probably too much information, but there was a lot of blood. Like way more than there should have been. Yeah, that's blue. Yep, good job. Way more than there should have been for a period. And yeah, come to find out it was, my body was going through labor and trying to get rid of the rest that was in there. So I got there around 10 in the morning. And it was I got right in to emerge. Like, they didn't make me wait at all because I think they could tell how much pain I was in, and I had called 411 before. Yes, yellow. Good job. I called 411 about these pains because I didn't know, like, should I go to the hospital? Is this normal? But it definitely wasn't normal. So I called and they told me, like, yes, you need to go to the hospital right away, and you really shouldn't drive. So yeah, we went to the hospital, and they had already, like, sent over the, I don't know what they call it. What I was telling them, they said that they were just gonna send it to the Emerge, and that they would already have it. Yeah, yellow. It's another yellow. So yeah, and then I was in the waiting room for like a couple minutes, and I got right into the triage area. And then it was no time. She said, I'm gonna like move some things around so that we can get you right in. Yellow, another yellow. How many yellow do you got now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it was really quick in there, and then I had to wait a long time after that. But I don't know. It's kind of bugged me a lot. Like, I'm an awful storyteller. I'm just gonna tell you now. I jump around a lot. But I think that somehow they assumed or got it twisted that I had had an abortion and aborted the pregnancy. And now it was just all coming out. And they weren't the nicest to me, really. I'm thinking that's why. They just were like so cold in a way. I mean, they got me right in. They didn't rush around. They didn't like make me wait for that. But at the same time, they weren't really like, oh, like, sorry for what you're going through. They were just, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Because afterwards, after the gyno came, he had it written on the chart. Apparently it was on the chart that I had an abortion. He was like, so this was your abortion? I was like, no, I did not abort it. Like, that is awful. Like, I did not choose this. No, it was not planned to end like that. And he was like, oh, okay. So then after that, I feel like the nurses were so much nicer. They actually, like, you know, it was a lot better, I feel like, after that. But up until that, it kind of sucked. It was, yeah. Like, they cared a bit, but at the same time, I can understand, you know, if they thought I had an abortion, they probably would be a little less caring, because it's quite an awful thing. I don't know. But anyways, I got into the room, and then they did some tests. I had to do, like, blood work, and this other doctor did an exam, and, like, looked at my cervix and everything, and apparently my cervix is really far back or something. I don't know. She made it seem like it was kind of weird for some reason. And yeah, she could see that there was a lot of blood in there, and yeah, there was a ton. And I was passing some pretty large palm-size clots. Yeah, it was a lot. So then I waited a while for that, and then they told me that they were going to do an ultrasound, but not until like 2 o'clock. So then, yeah, I don't know, she's talking a lot. She's talking so much more lately. Yeah, so then I had the ultrasound. I had to wait till 2 o'clock for the ultrasound. Of course, I had to drink like 3 gallons of water beforehand and let that work. So that was really fun. And I was like starving to death because I didn't have any breakfast. And it was now lunchtime. And then them telling me that I had to wait until 2 was just like, after waiting all morning, it was kind of crappy. But I mean, they were really busy. It was a really busy day. This was Wednesday, the day after New Year's. And it was nuts in there. But we got that done, and then I had my ultrasound. And I had to have the regular one and the internal one again, too. And it was a woman this time, and she was much nicer. But they basically saw from the ultrasound that there was still pieces, there was still stuff in there, I guess. Which I really didn't think there would have been, but apparently, you know, the pills I took, the misoprostol, apparently they're not like 100% obviously. And I think he did tell me that I might, if it didn't work, I might still have to have a D&C anyways, but I was kind of hoping it would just work. And I felt like it did at the time when I took it, but apparently not. So I should have just did the D&C in the first place, but you live and you learn. It was still really crappy. So then, after the gynecologist came, he didn't come till, well, I had to wait for the results, which was quite a while for that. And then my mom came, actually, from work. What are you doing? What are you doing in the bag? Look at this child. What are you doing? Leah? She's got all her markers and chalk in there for her board. Anyways, my mom came around 2 from work to be with me, which was really nice. I'm really glad she came. And then we waited around for the results, and that's pretty much when this doctor on call told us what happened and that there was still stuff in there and all that. And Leah? No, don't draw on your hand. Draw on the board, on the paper. And yeah. I mean, it's washable marker, but yeah, she's just drawing on her hand. No big deal. Well, yeah? No. This is no. Don't draw on your feet. Look, draw on here. You want to draw on this?
No.
Why do you want to draw on your feet? What's so fun about that?
Hey, Maya.
What is so fun?
Hey, Maya.
Yeah? I mean, it comes off pretty easily, but at the same time.
Hey, Maya.
Why? Is it necessary? No. Mommy's going to take it from you if you're going to keep drawing on yourself. No. Draw on the board, please. Atta girl. That's better.
Hey, Maya.
So yeah. Anyways, it was a really crazy day. It was long. Ouch. And then yeah, after I got the results, they were like, well, we're going to do a DNC. So this was like supper time. Probably at least when I found out this. And when my mom came, I was starving to death. So I hadn't eaten all day. I hadn't eaten since that night before. So she offered to go get me some food, of course. And I ate it because I was starving to death, not thinking that, I might have to have surgery and not be able to eat anything. They didn't mention a thing to me about not eating. So yeah, I ate. It was around 3, I guess, when I ate. And then come to find out that I had to have this surgery. And I can't eat for 6 hours. Or I can't have it for 6 hours now because I ate. So that brings us to 9:30 when the surgery. So I had to know. It's knowing that I had to wait until 9:30 for the surgery. Kind of sucked a little bit. But we did it. We got to 9:30. At that time, Logan had came. My husband was there. I guess after supper or so, he dropped Leah off at his parents. And he came in for a bit. And yeah, 9:30 came. Oh, we got delayed. Sorry. Now the surgery, we had to put it off until 10 or 11. Whatever they said next. Anyways, that time came and passed. And then yeah, it was 12. And then it was like 1:45, I think. And I finally got in to have this surgery. And I was kind of losing my shit. I was so tired by then. I was like so hungry. And yeah, I was freaking out, kind of nervous now because I was going into the OR and being put under completely for this like simple, little thing. It wasn't really surgery technically, I guess, but still pretty nervous about it. And then like, yeah? Wing, no one's out there. You're creeping me out, girl. Yeah. So laying on the operating table was quite scary again, because all the feelings, like I thought I was over it, they all come rushing back. And then I was just kind of grieving it all over again. I mean, I know it wasn't that far along. It was 8 weeks. Well, it was probably almost 10 weeks by then, at this time, but it had, ended around 7 or 8 weeks, I guess. Pregnancy itself. But yeah, and then I had to kind of grieve that all over again because it was still really hurtful. It was still a big loss, even though we were kind of over it and moved on. And I realized, it happened for a reason. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm not super religious, but I do believe that. And it just wasn't meant to be, I feel like. And I'm okay with that now. Like, I've moved on, moved forward. We're really happy now with just Leah. And I think that she's all we need, really. And I know everyone keeps telling me, like, it's fine. You just take some time and you will be okay again. It's not to say your next pregnancy won't be like that. Like, it will probably be fine the next time. It's just something that happened and it's perfectly fine to keep trying, but I have no interest in keep trying anymore. We did try. We didn't succeed. Like, I know you shouldn't give up right away, but it made me realize that we are perfectly fine with just her. She is happy and healthy. Yeah. You got black on your foot now, eh?
Black.
And we just couldn't ask for more. So, why? I don't know. So that was a big thing that happens. And I just haven't even thought of even vlogging any of that. Because it was really hard. But we are over that for now. It is behind us. We are moving forward. And I've been slowly selling a lot of stuff. Leah's stuff, like baby stuff. Got rid of quite a bit so far. And I'm happy about that. It's stuff that I've just been holding on to for like 2.5 years basically. Thinking that, we'll save it because we're gonna have another one. But yeah, it's just, I don't see it right now in the future. Who knows? I don't see ever being one to be pregnant again because it really wasn't fun for me. I mean, the first time was exciting because we didn't know any better. I didn't know at the time about the shape of my uterus that might be causing problems. And yeah, I didn't know the risks that could have been caused by the C-section that I had to have. And I just didn't know a lot of stuff about that. So I'm perfectly fine with never being pregnant again because I didn't enjoy it that much, to be honest. So, I don't know, unless we adopt it, I don't see any more kids in our future, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with one child. But that is only my opinion. Well, me and Logan both feel the same, obviously. But yeah, not to say that, you can't get pregnant again. Like, if you want to have 3 or 4 kids, power to you. God love you. It's just not for us. We are perfectly happy with Leah. So, that's all I have to say about that. And this is going to be a long video because I have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of updates. A lot has happened. And she's not napping at all. She's really hooked on carrot sticks right now, which is good. They're healthy. She likes them in ranch, but she wants them like all of the time. And it's kind of annoying because you gotta peel the carrots and chop them up, and I think I have bought the baby carrots before and she wouldn't touch them, so we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Eat them that way. So that's what she had for lunch. And she's still munching on them. And she's eating her lunch on our bed because apparently it tastes better on our bed. She brought a placemat in from the table and wanted it on the bed, and then that's where she wanted her lunch. And she's watching TV in there, of course, but I thought it was pretty cute. And I'm going to allow it because it's harmless. So that was, what happened there. And what else? Well, today actually is kind of a milestone or kind of a memory, I guess. Today, January 9th, is 19 years now since my father passed away. He passed away on January 9th, 2000, of lung cancer. And it's 19 years today already. Like, that is crazy. 19 years. That seems like it's a nuts amount of time. Like, it doesn't, some days it seems like it has been that long because I was like 10 when it happens. And other times it's like, wow, that's a long time. And we still miss him, obviously, every day. And I still think of him every day because there's always little things that remind me of him, or little things that have happened or that could have happened but didn't, like, kind of like somebody saved you, or like I feel like he has helped us a lot even though he's not here. I feel like he still helped us through a lot. Like, I feel like, he was looking out for us when this happened or when that happened. Like, there's always things that I'm thinking like, okay, thanks, Dad. Like, you were watching out for me there. And I really believe that. And it obviously, makes me feel better to think that way. So yeah, that was today. Is the milestone for that. And I think that Leah would have really enjoyed him. He would have loved Leah anyways. And I'm sure he was there for our wedding. I'm sure he was there for the birth of our baby. I'm sure he's, you know, seen everything. And it just makes me feel good to know that. But yeah. So that has been our crazy life the past while. And today, it snowed a lot more than I thought it would. And we got the driveway shoveled. I went out at like 11:30. It's raining again now. And I shoveled the whole driveway. I took it from like 11:30 until I came in for a few minutes. And to change my coats because I was like sweating to death. I had to get a cooler coat, and then Leah wanted out. She had been inside playing downstairs, so I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this while you're distracted. And it's a lot easier than having to chase her off the road and having to do this and that. So it was just much easier just to do it by myself. So I got like half of it done, and then I brought her out, and then by the time we came back in, like it started raining, of course. As soon as I brought her out, it was like freezing rain. And then the snow got really heavy. But yeah, the time we came in, it was like 1 o'clock. It took a long time. And my back is like killing me now. I'm really out of shape. Need to exercise more. And yeah, I'm glad it did because now it is raining so hard. The driveway looks like it's all slush. It's gonna be a nice mess. I really hope they pave our road soon, because it's gonna be bad if that freezes again. Man, oh man. Gonna be messy. But anyways, that's about what was going on. It's about what happened. It's about all we've been up to. Well, we did a few updates lately to the house. We updated all the light bulbs. This is Leah's room. We got daylight bulbs now. They were Noma daylight bulbs, and they are super bright, and I like them. And they like make your skin tone look very nice on this camera. So we updated like all of the light bulbs. They're LED, so they're gonna be more energy efficient. They were on sale for like $5, I think, at Canadian Tire for a 4-pack. So it was a pretty good price. These ones are a lot better now too. A lot better lighting. I don't know if you can really tell that much, but we did all that, and then we put some smoke detectors in. They had smoke detectors on sale one day at Kent's for like $10, and I realized how terrible it was that this house had like 1, 2 maybe smoke detectors. And yeah, you should probably have at least, you know, 4 to 6, I would think. So we had like 1, I think we only had like 1 upstairs, 1 or 2 upstairs. There was none downstairs, which there really should be. Obviously, we have a wood stove down there. There was like none in the bedrooms, which is kind of scary too. But now we're all hooked up. We're all safe here. We put one up here, kind of in the basement entry place. I don't know what you want to call it. My fire's going out. Need to stock that up again. So we did that. This playroom is a mess now. And I don't know what else we did. There's just been a lot. We've been super busy. There's been a lot going on. So I'm gonna end it here because it's like gonna be a 30-minute vlog if I don't stop. And I will try to vlog more. I'm gonna try to get back